Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to analyze Avalanche and its token Avax. None of the content is financial advice. Right now, the price of Avax is at around $28.40. It has rallied quite a bit from its 20-week simple moving average and the 21-week exponential moving average, both at around $22.50 and $23.70 respectively. In terms of the most rallying crypto of the last 24 hours, Avax grabs the number one spot, as well as over the last 7 days, number one spot, up by about 17% over the last 7 days and about 10% over the last 24 hours. In terms of where this current rally stands with respect to other cryptos in over the last 30 days, is number two spot now. And over the last 90 days, still lagging names such as ETH and Link. Although again, if 3 out of 4 performance periods, Avax is leading. If you go back to the website again, this analysis was available under Crypto Weekly's website under the cryptoweeklies.com link under your screen. The heat map section holds this analysis. If you look at some of the other indicators over here, such as the crypto TLDR news summarizer over the last 24 hours, the overall news sentiment is 90. That means it's very bullish out there over the last 24 hours. Social sentiment, Bitcoin and ETH risk levels are cooling off. Both ETH risk is at around 62% or 0.62. Bitcoin risk is at around 37%. Bitcoin is cooling off. Year to date ROI for cryptos, again, this is Bitcoin in 2025. If you look at Avax in 2025, you can see Avax is correlated with Bitcoin's movement, but it's lagging quite a bit. The year-to-date ROI for Avax is at around negative 31%. The yearly open in 2025 for Avax was all the way close to about, as we look for first week of January, at around $43. That was the yearly open. Now the price is at around $28. That's why the ROI is negative. Overall, social sentiments that now governed by mostly Bitcoin and ETH related narratives, and some of the other major macro moves such as gold and smaller cryptos such as who are garnering significant attention and growth in market cap based rankings such as Hedera and some of the major cryptos such as XRP and Cardano. And also Solana over here. Avax right now not on the narrative word cloud. That remains to be seen if it will make its presence felt over there. Overall estimated bull run completion as a single composite risk metric says only 44 to 45% of bull run is complete. Based on how the top 100 cryptos are behaving on their alpha, beta, volatility, and Sharpe ratio and percent drawdown, as it relates throughout the cycle, and it's color coded from darker shades of highest risk levels, that is anytime risk is above 0.8, high risk levels when in orange color, moderate risk levels. Right now we are in this territory between 0.4 and 0.6 risk. Low risk typically in bear market and in dip buying phases such as March, between February to about June, July of 2025, and lowest risk level as it relates to when the prices are at macro bottoms, such as it was in back in April 2025. So this analysis saying that we are in kind of in the middle of the road at 45% completion. As it relates to AVAX price action, the machine learning based price forecast says in a non-euphoria bull run peak over the next 3 to 4 months, between mid-September till end December, the one standard deviation non-euphoria bull run peak for AVAX is between $31 to about $63. That's the non-euphoria one standard deviation bull run for AVAX. The 2 standard deviation euphoria case, 95 percentile confidence that the peak is within the bounds of the orange line. And again, as it relates to time as well, mid-October, the 2 standard deviation euphoria case for AVAX is at around $64. Mid to late December at around $110. Theoretically higher, slightly higher than the 2021 low. So a new all-time high is still within the 2 standard deviation euphoria ceiling for AVAX. That means if there is a prolonged euphoria and alt season in the next 3 to 4 months, per this machine learning model, there is still a possibility for AVAX to make a new all-time high. Again, from the Fibonacci levels, if we look from this descending white line structure, the descending line which covered the March and December 2024 highs, that could coincide, this line could coincide with the 0.23 fib level if we were to extend this sometime in again towards the end of the year 2025 or slightly into 2026. That 0.236 level for AVAX is coming in at around $40 to $43. That's the yearly open as well, coincides with that beautifully. If we look at some of the major levels to look for in terms of the machine learning based price forecast confluence with the Fibonacci levels, the area between 60 to $65 is confluent with that 0.382 fib level, where price did go in March 2024. If it were to meet significant resistance in later part of the year, that 0.382 fib level at around $62 could be key. If there is, as mentioned by the euphoria case, if there is prolonged euphoria, that $123 AVAX at a weekly average price is above, again still at the previous all-time high at a candle high level is at around $148, but the weekly average price for that week was only $118. That means there was a sudden and brief rally to that $148, and then the price did come crashing down after that rally in November of 2021. If we go by the machine learning based model and say that when the price is at around weekly average price of about $123, the candle body could have a height somewhere close between that 0.786 and 1 Fibonacci at around 140, close to $150 level. So that's the euphoria case for AVAX. The regression based fair value estimation for AVAX points that the price as it has having a series of lower highs and lower lows since essentially March 2024. You can see that there is a clear cut lower high structure from lows of August 2024 to April 2025, as well as the highs from March 2024 were much higher than December. That means as time proceeded, the highs were again in 2024 were lower than in December than in March. The fair value has collapsed that due to this sustained move of lower highs and lower lows. If what remains to be seen, if the price action were to meaningfully go above this orange line as it relates to the 2 standard deviation residual drawn from the fair value, which is the polynomial regression based fair value, if the price action were to meaningfully stay above $35.25, that could usher in a shift in this polynomial regression based downturn as it did back in July 2023. And then if the price were to break out from that $35 level, then the bullish upswing could be in cards per this regression based interpretation of this regression based model. In terms of how the current risks are for DC, again they are slightly elevated. They were in April, AVAX accumulation was only at around 10% risk. Now it's at around 0.7. Again, I wouldn't read too much into this model, because as the regression based fair value is coming down in the middle of the bull run, this creates a new amplified noise. And per this dotted 2 standard deviation at a daily level, the other one that we saw was at a weekly level, you can see there is already a breakout at the daily level on this 2 standard deviation regression based residual. And whenever the price action meaningfully goes above this dotted red line, that ushers in some sort of a euphoria, historically speaking. In terms of the time weighted average, so this is not AVAX. The time weighted average price, still again the price action slightly below the blue line, historically speaking, accumulating below the blue line in the dip buying phases, or the dip phases of in the middle of the bull run, or depths of the bear market below this blue line, which stands for the time weighted average price. not the worst idea. This is calculated at a daily level, historically looking at how much time price has spent at some of the key levels and weighting out based on that level. The time weighted average price is kind of like a line in sand below which accumulating high quality assets with the hypothesis that they do come back in the later half of the bull run. Historically speaking, has been a sound analysis. Again, no financial advice here, but that's the historical record of the time weighted average price based model. Right now that line in sand is at around $30. Prices are below that level but are coming close to that time weighted average price. So just wanted to highlight that. All in all, the estimated bull run peak as it stands with respect to all the individual risk based model is at around $68-$69, which is confluent with the non-euphoria bull run peak as well as the 0.382 fib level, as it stands between $60 to $65 if we were to extend it slightly to $70. And the euphoria case for Avax is all the way close to its previous all-time high. With that, I would like to conclude. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and check out all of the charts on cryptoweeklies.com. Link on the bottom of your screen. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.